There have been countless tales of white lady and hitchhiking girl ghosts. Who hasn't heard of Resurrection Mary? What if I told you that East Tennessee's hitchhiking girl ghost predates Resurrection Mary by over 30 years? What's more, what if I told you that when she first hitched a ride, cars hadn't even reached the hills and hollers of Appalachia? I'm getting ahead of myself. The first reported sighting of this ghost happened in 1910, after a young man went riding his horse far out from the holler he came from in order to better his luck in meeting a girl and finding himself a good wife. He supposed, if he wanted himself a good Christian woman, the church would be the place to meet her, and so that is what he did. Ranged further and further out from home, going to the churches in the area and beyond to revivals and protracted meetings. It was a rainy, blustery evening when he exited one such church near Gatlinburg and climbed back astride his horse for the long ride home. He was plodding along what is now the Roaring Forks Motor Trail when he came upon a girl on the side of the road, in the night, dressed in white, barefoot, and wielding a stick against anything wild that may come to get her. He stopped short, asked to give her a ride, and she gratefully accepted. She sat before him on his horse, and the young man said that she was warm, abnormally so, as though feverish. A pleasant conversationalist, he couldn't get over how beautiful she was, and was disappointed when all too soon she was directing him off the trail and down a lane to her and her parents' cabin. He dropped her off there in the dead of night and rode all the way home, where he told his mother all about the strange interaction of the night before with the beautiful girl at breakfast. His mother asked if he'd spoken to her parents, and if he had asked for the right to court the young woman who had told the young man her name was Lucy. He said no, that it had been rightly late at night, and his mother scolded him and told him that he had better get a move on and go ask now that it was the light of day. The young man returned to the quiet lane to the newer log cabin where he'd returned Lucy the night before, and when he knocked on the door, an older woman answered. He took off his hat and inquired if she was Lucy's mother, as her husband came up at her back, and when she answered yes, hesitantly, he asked if he might have the privilege to call on her daughter. The woman blanched, and Lucy's father became flustered, inquiring if this was some kind of sick joke. The young man, dumbfounded by the reaction, said no, and it was told by the girl's parents that Lucy was their 16-year-old daughter who had died in a house fire the year before, round about where the young man had picked her up the night before. Today, the Roaring Forks Motor Trail is an idyllic scenic byway with lots of stops along its lengths, with views of the river and at the head of multiple hiking trails that will lead to even more scenic vistas of waterfalls should you be fit and willing to attempt them. It is also said a young woman with an ephemeral glow in a white gown and barefoot can sometimes be seen walking along the shoulder at night. Some accounts say she asks for a ride home. Some say to the haunted cabin along the route, which is a story for another day, my little strangelings. And yet, even a few more say that if you pass Lucy, she turns to you with eyes burned clean from their sockets. I just think she's a lost soul trying to find her way to a home that is no more. Whatever the case, and whatever you think, my little strangelings, I do believe that Lucy is out there to this very day.